How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today we're going to talk about how much you need to make in order to be happy. Sometimes people just want to be happy, and yet sometimes you have people that earns a lot of money. They are really stressed out. They're making 200, 300, 400K a year, and they're not happy. Remember, there was this article that said, in order to be happy, you need to make around $75,000, $80,000 a year. And if you make any more than that, your happiness sort of plateaus. It doesn't increase all that incrementally per dollar more that you earn. Other people have refuted this, saying, okay, if you make $20,000 more, are you going to be 25% more happy? The answer is you'll probably be happier, but not 25% happier. As you make more, it's likely going to increase incrementally. $75,000 a year, it's more of a benchmark of the base level of happiness. Yes, you can get a bit more happier, but it's a reasonable bar to achieve so that people can look at it and go, okay, I just need to reach that amount and I too will be happy. This video is brought to you by tescamp. It fits in your front trunk. They make this memory foam mattress customized for the Model 3. Comes with a set of sheets that perfectly fits this mattress. It's 100% cotton. The memory foam is even a little bit wider over here, so you can take advantage of that extra space. All three sections have the same memory foam thickness, which measures about 2.5 inches thick. In terms of memory, it squishes and comes back slowly. And the top third has this board backing material. So when you set it down, it actually makes your sleeping area a little bit longer. Otherwise, there won't be anything supporting your head. You got 3 pieces of board backing material. Make sure you got 1 piece on the very bottom and 1 piece on the very top. Just squish it down, tie these buckles together, and it's all packed up. Fits in the sub trunk. Check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. You have an article from PNAS, Psychological and Cognitive Sciences, where they analyze how much does it take for people to be happy. They took a survey of 1,000 residents in the US, but that Nobel Prize winning article is all the way from 2010, and a lot of inflation has happened since then. And you can imagine it probably is upwards of 100K by now. So MoneyZine did another survey of around 1,200 people. US residents report needing around 100K a year to be happy. Retail workers making maybe around 25K. So if you 4x that, that's around 100K a year. Because of the rampant inflation, everything costs more. Americans are taking less vacations and less social outings. I want to talk about this article in a little bit more of a frugal perspective, because on this channel, I talk about saving money and I talk about spending only $18,000 a year. So where does my happiness reside? I would say after doing the frugal thing, probably my happiness dwindled a bit. I found myself spending maybe like $200 on entertainment per month. And I think this is not enough to do anything. You might be able to do 1 outing per month, and this is not enough. I did a video about spending more a couple months ago, and I've continued this trend, raising my budget to probably like $500-600 a month on outings and restaurants. And I'm willing to go all the way up to, let's say, $2,500 just specifically on restaurants and entertainment expenses. The thing I realized with spending more is that sometimes, you have a ticket. I went to the Exploratorium. It's like $40 per person. Before increasing my budget, I would always look at that and say, I've been there already. I don't need to go, but I just went anyway. And, I had a pretty good time. The problem with viewing all of this as too expensive is that if you're in a frugal mindset, then everything is too expensive. Then you end up not being able to do anything. That restaurant is too expensive. That ticket price to that is too expensive, especially with inflation being so crazy. Everything, almost doubled, right? I remember going to the Winchester Mystery House. I forgot how much I spent, maybe like $25, right? But I just looked at the ticket prices now. It's like $40. So if you want to go, you have to pay to play. And sometimes I just kind of like close my eyes and I'm like, okay, I have a budget. It's gonna get spent, and just do it, because after you do it, you'll be glad because you get a certain level of satisfaction of doing kind of extracurricular activities. No matter if you think you're wasting money, right? You have a budget, the money goes towards those things. And what I realized is you can't get the best bang for your buck everywhere, no matter where you go in ticket prices and stuff. You can't get the most rock bottom. Sometimes you just got to close your eyes, go get it. And it's more like a statistical thing. The more stuff that you do, the more chances, the more memories you're going to get, and the more chances that one of them will exceed your expectations greatly. And you'll add these to your experiences, and the fact that one of them it's going to be worth it makes it so that you really need to roll the dice for a lot of events. You know, should I do this? It's too expensive. Oh, just do it anyway. You have the budget for it. It's not like you're going really, really crazy, spending thousands per month or something. It needs to be a reasonable amount of budget, right? Even frugal me, I'm only spending $300 to $600 a month. And I personally feel like I'm just going everywhere. I'm like eating restaurants, going to tickets of this place or that place, you know, just being a tourist in my own town. Even things that I've done before, you know, I'm going with my girlfriend. I show my girlfriend this stuff. Sometimes, even though I went before, I gain a new experience one way or another. Maybe you toured something, you just go there to choose to go to a more elaborate version of the same tour. Cutting to the chase, me spending more has indeed increased my happiness. In my phase of ultra frugality, I kind of like try to cut everywhere. Cut this, cut that. Don't go to eat at that restaurant because I think it's too expensive. I should eat at home instead. And then you get this frugal mind, you know, cut. And then, oh, great. Now I only need to spend $50 a day as my base burn rate, which is what, $1,500 a month or $18,000 a year. Great. You know, the rest of the money goes in the bank account. In 2023, you need to earn $100,000, right? I spend $20,000 on my base burn rate living costs. The rest of it, I save. All of it goes in the bank. This is not a good idea. So the thing I want to point out with the $100,000 to be happy is you have to spend it like a normal person. You can't be ultra frugal like myself. How does a typical person spend $100,000 of salary? You need to be happy with it, right? So you have to actually spend that money. Since I paid off my house, I can assume $40,000 of this salary goes towards my housing needs. So personally, I'm kind of cheating a little bit because I own my place and I don't have to pay rent or anything. So you got to look at the $100,000 in a typical spending way. How much do people spend on rent when they earn $100,000? I'm guessing $20,000 to $40,000 if they have a mortgage, or maybe if they pay rent, they pay $1,500 a month to $2,500 a month or so. So let me just call it $40,000, and then I have my base burn rate of $20,000. Most people might save 10% of it at maximum. This is what normal people do. Not normal people like me save like 80%. I used to make 150K, and I sock away everything else except the $20,000 minimum burn rate. So you can imagine how crazy a savings rate this is. And then a lot of people need to pay for the lease on their car. This is on average $700, $800 per month. So this is $10,000 a year also. So if you add all this up, this is $80,000 an effective total spend. Just kind of gauge roughly how much more I need to spend to be happy, because, you know, I'm personally vested in wanting to be happy. You guys want to be happy too. So if you are ultra duper, super duper frugal like myself, or like somehow I convince you, oh, I spend so little, and then you're going to try to do it as well, cut your expenses down to bare bones, even though you're making 100K, 150K. So 100K minus 80K, I still need to, you know, I have work to do in order to spend $20,000 a year on entertainment, restaurants and stuff. So I have a little work to do to get to $1,500 of restaurants and entertainment spending per month to reach the maximal happiness. Just food for your thought. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more.